Well, it's been nearly a year since a fire tore through a 24-story apartment building in London, killing more than 70 people. Today, the public inquiry into the Grenfell Tower disaster is hearing about the serious safety breaches that allowed the flames and smoke to spread quickly through the building.
It's not high. It's not high enough.
The inquiry has been watching these graphic images, shocking new video submitted to council by witnesses showing the fire pulsating and spreading, even spitting fireballs. And Thomas Dagla is in London near Grenfell Tower. He has been watching the inquiry unfold so far. Now, Thomas, what more are we learning about the timeline of the fire and the failure to evacuate?
A really chilling timeline that was revealed because of one of the expert reports that was published today as part of the first day of the second phase of the public inquiry that is looking specifically into the cause of the fire and why it spread so fast. So this timeline, it starts at 12:54 a.m. that June night 2017. 12:54 a.m. is when the first emergency call is placed. It is from the man living in flat 16 where the fire started as an accident in a refrigerator. At 1:26, according to the author of this expert report, that is when the stay put advice failed. In other words, residents had been told to stay in their apartments. By 1:26, they should have been told to leave. It only came at 2:47. That is when the order from emergency crews came for residents to leave the apartment building because the flames were growing so rapidly and it was becoming such a difficult battle to fight those flames. The public inquiry also heard that initial phone call at 12:54 a.m. Really chilling to hear the first indication of what was to come. Listen to that call.
Right, hang on.
Flat 16 Grenfell Tower.
Flat 16, and what's the postcode?
W111TG.
The fire brigade are on their way. Are you outside?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Yeah, well, the fire engines are on their way. Just tell me how many floors you got there.
It's fourth floor.
Right, okay.
Quick.
They're on their way
burning.
already. Yes, I know it's burning, but they are on their way. You've only just called, as long as you're okay. Yeah?
Okay.
Wow, just stunning to hear that, Thomas. But we know there's also a wealth of information from 5 reports that have been released today. So what are some of the key details that we're learning from those reports?
Yeah, quite alarming to hear the number of things that went wrong inside that building, the things that weren't looked after that could have helped put out this fire or for residents to get out quicker. Especially when you consider 72 people died because of that fire. First of all, the cladding, the plastic that was surrounding the exterior of that building and aluminum as well, the material that wasn't fire safe, the elevators that weren't ready for an emergency to bring firefighters up to the upper floors, the system to pump water into the sprinklers wasn't really compliant either. Neither was the smoke control system to fan the smoke out of those upper floors. That's part of the reason for this disaster. The fire safety engineer Barbara Lane writing in her report, the number of non-compliances signify a culture of non-compliance at Grenfell Tower. I am particularly concerned about the maintenance regime of the active and passive fire protection measures. It looks like, if you look over my shoulder and see that building now, it looks like it's being repaired or work is being done. It's actually not the case. Investigators still looking through it for a criminal investigation that continues well into next year, likely. Arthi.
All right. Thank you for all of this, Thomas. That is the CBC's Thomas Dagla in London.